What's going on, people? It's your boy Beast, and once again, like always, we are back in the building. I hope you guys had a blessed Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is out the way. Thanksgiving is gone. Your stomach should be, replenished and flavorful. You should be full. Hopefully you gained about 12 pounds like I did. Went to the bathroom like 12, 16, 30 times like I did. You should feel, a little flavorful. Here's the perfect time to get even more flavorful. Christmas time is coming up. The B store is still active. Go get you some fly gear. We got the shorts on there. We got the hoodies. Why would you not want to be swagged out while you gaming? We got the slides. We got the shorts. We got the bucket hats. We got the hoodies. We got the sweatshirts. We got the tee. Let me show you this tee. Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. Crazy. Don't worry about the guns. Don't worry about the gun. Look at this. Dripped out. So go get yourself some nice stuff, man. I don't know what they say nowadays. Drip, swag is kind of old. Go get yourself some nice gaming apparel, something to make you look real fly. I don't even know if they say fly. Go get yourself some nice apparel, some nice stuff. And when you do, make sure you use the code BEAST, or make sure you use the code BEAST mode. One of them work, both of them work. FYI, when you see the slides, if you do order some slides and you see the slides are crazy. Just be careful when you walk around the house with them. You got to break them in for a little bit. Hey, hopefully y'all go in there and get y'all some stuff. Get y'all some nice stuff to game in so y'all can be swagged out like your boy. You know what I'm saying? Rock a little something like that. Enjoy the holidays. Make sure y'all enjoy this video. This your boy Beast. Gone. All right, guys, I'm gonna show y'all how I went from this hunk of crap to this. And remember, I'm not a professional, so don't judge me. All right, starting off, man, y'all can see that I got these P12 Artic fans, and you can find these on Amazon. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for them. They're not expensive at all. They're probably like, I want to say maybe $30 maybe. Amazon. Like I say, I'm gonna leave a description, a link in the description for y'all. And they are RGB lights. They come, you could buy them in a trio. I think you could buy them in a pair, or you can buy them solo. I think I can't remember at the time. I think when I bought it, I didn't buy them in a sets of 3 because I don't think they had them at the time, but they do offer them. But I think you just have to catch them when they had them. So I think I bought just solos, just 3 of them, 3 different ones. And to be honest with you, I really didn't need 3. So to give y'all a little quick backstory of what's going on right here, you see those 2 fans up to the top? The one to the left, it works, but the RGB does not work. The one right to the top, that's the radiator pump, and it doesn't work. The RGB doesn't work. And then I got a fan in the back that it works, but it's not in RGB at all. So to give y'all a little backstory of what's going on, when I first started gaming, it was always on console. And then I moved up to the PC, and the PC that I had at the time, I think it was a i5, man. I think I got finessed, man. I met up with this guy. This guy was giving me a PC. I was like, man, everybody gaming on PC. Let me check it out. This was back when, what it was it still on, what is it, black? I don't know what I was playing in when I first, transformed over to PC. Actually, oh, you know what? I wasn't even gaming on it. I just got the PC so I can do like editing and stuff like that. I still was gaming off my console. All right, so back up again. All right, I was gaming on the console, but I got the PC, my first PC, well, my first gaming PC, so I can do the editing. And called this guy up. Finesse me. I called this guy up. i5. Boom. Went over there and checked it out. Everything looked good. I get back to the crib. I plug everything up. It's working, but it's not what I expected. Try to call the guy back. Disconnected his phone and everything. Okay, cool. I got finesse. All right, cool. The PC worked, but it didn't have everything that I needed it, to have. So I took it back to my computer guys, let them look at it, did some upgrades, did some installs. Boom. Went from that, upgraded to I think an i7. The PC that I had originally got, I set that to the side. I worked off my i7, and then I got a laptop so I can do the streaming off the laptop. So I was gaming on the i7, and then I had the laptop. You can see that fan right here. This is the fan that was in the back. That fan right there was in the back. So I pulled out the new fan so I can install this. And I'm gonna finish the story, but I'm just letting you guys know I'm not a professional. I was just figuring this stuff out as I went because I wanted a little project to do. I wanted something to do, and I thought it was fun. So anyway, back to the story. I had the i7, went back to my guys again, told them I needed something else. I wanted something, I wanted to upgrade. Boom, got the i7. So the i5 was just sitting to the side. And eventually I gave that i5 to my son for his graduation gift for my son. And when I got that, I still like, this is an old case. I need to do something. So I upgraded to a bigger case, actually. And then I upgraded my whole system. I got another graphics card. I got another CPU. I got the fans. I got a power supply, 1,000 watt power supply. I think was it 1,000 watt, something like that. A power supply. I got all the big stuff, but I still had the same case. So I had temperature issues because my case was so small and I had all these components inside of it. It wasn't breathing enough. It didn't have enough airflow. So then I had to go back again and get a bigger case. This time I want a big boy. And that's what you're seeing right now. It's a bigger case and everything is pretty much different. I took it back to the guys. Everything that I had in my other i7, I transferred out to a new case. So I'm like a gadget geek. I just kept upgrading. And then I got to the point when I did move all the components, the fans, the GPUs to the new system or the new case. The guy told me that the RGB didn't work. Okay, cool. I was like, is that an easy fix? He was like, yeah, that's an easy fix. The fan works, but the RGB don't work. You know me, I got OCD. I need all my fans working. I need everything looking like it's supposed to. So I had 3 fans in the front, the radiator, 2 fans, radiator up top. And I have another fan in the back that you can see right here, the rear fan. And then I have slots at the bottom under the GPU where I can install 3 more fans. I probably will do that in the future. So when I was done with this, I was left over with 1 fan. So right now what you see me doing is pretty much like a trial and error. I know what I need to do in my head, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. You know, what's the best way to do. So I did some research. I figured it out. I don't have to buy a whole nother radiator or a fan replacement. I can just replace that fan by itself, take the other fan out. And when I did take that fan off, eventually later on, you might see, I'm not sure, but the fan had it was cut. The wire was cut. That's why the RGB wasn't working. So when I got these fans and I looked at them, the wiring was a little bit different. These are the same fans, but the wiring was a little different. I think the wiring was different because that radiator fan, it came together like that. So, and you see right there, I was trying to match it up to see if everything was right, if the connections was right. I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Got all my tools. I got all the right components. And when I pulled the radiator out, then I started looking at the motherboard and started trying to see where I can plug everything at, because everything started looking a little different. And then I started seeing how they installed it. When they installed it, like, oh, okay, they got a wire here, they got a wire there. They rerouted this wire for that reason. So it was actually an easy, when you look at it, it's like an easy fix. So took the old fan, moved it to the side, put the new fan on. But like I said, I would just have to figure out the wiring and the daisy chain all these, I guess, wires and fans together, because you can link these fans together. I didn't know that. Like I say, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. I was just figuring this stuff out as I go, that you can daisy chain, meaning that you can link these fans together and get power from the other fan. It's almost like an extension cable. You know, they got one end, you know, the male, and the one end is the female, and then you can plug another extension to the female and keep it going. So this is pretty much like that, but you still got to get a power source from somewhere. So I was just trying to figure that out. But the main reason of me doing this was because I had 2 fans that wasn't working. So when I got the new case, as you can see, this case right here is a much better case. It has 2 hinged windows on the side, so you can open it up from the front, from the back, and you can open it up from the bottom. And if you open all the doors on it, it actually looked like the PC is flying. Like it looked like it has wings. And it has all kind of little gadgets and little stuff to it that I probably won't even use. But they assured me that this will help your airflow out. The reason why your GPU and your components are running a little hot because you got all this stuff compact in a small case. And I even cut the guy off. I was like, dude, I get it. You make perfect sense. That makes sense. Now, my background is like, I have a very strong technical background. I was an LSI. I can go down the list of all these things that I have a background in troubleshooting and putting things together like this. So when he was explaining to me the issue and the situation, I got it. I understand. It needs to breathe. You got to have airflow. What's going in has to come out. What's going in, if it stays in, it creates a problem. Stuff like that. So I figured that out, and I was like, well, shoot, I could just do the fans myself, and then that'll make me have a little project. Now all this stuff that I'm left over with, like you saw from the beginning, the before and after, the before pictures, everything that was snatched out of my other PC. So now I'm left over with pretty much another PC that's sitting to the side. So what I'm gonna do is later on, I'm gonna make that into a project of mine, and I'm gonna build me a PC myself. Anything, I'm just gonna do it as a project. So if anything, if I mess up anything, I'll just take it to the guys and have them correct it. But at least I'm gonna give it a shot first, because I like doing stuff like this anyway. So if it don't work, I'll just take it to them. They can correct the problem, and then I can look and see what they did, and like, okay, I pretty much got it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use that as a nice little project for myself. And you can see once I got the fan back in, I was putting the fan back, trying to figure out like, how does this thing really line up? Even though I had the stuff in there, you can see me going back and forth trying to figure out, how did they do this? Like, is this even the same? Like, now I'm looking at the components, like, and at the wiring, like, hold on, these wires are different. So I'm trying to plug this thing in here, and I'm trying to figure out, like, how did they line this up? And then I saw the wires are longer on the new fans, and the wires are shorter on the other fans. But the old fan that wasn't working, the connections are like reversed. They're different. So I'm sitting here like, how in the world am I going to do this? I don't feel like taking this thing back off and putting it back in there. I know this fan has to work. So I started doing some more research, started looking at stuff, looking at the components, looking at the parts, looking at the other fans. That's why you see me going back and forth, trying to figure out how in the world I'm gonna line this thing up and get these cables, you know, going inside these ports. So I was taking it out. I realized that on the side of the fans where the screws at, you have these brackets. The cable was wrapped inside the brackets, but I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that the cable was wrapped up in the brackets where it gave me more length. So I started, that's where you see me taking everything out again, plugging it up first, and then putting the fans back. So that's what I just did. When I did that, for some reason, the fan didn't line up. So you might see me again, take it out again, because I'm looking at, I think right here, I'm looking like, why is this fan still not lining up? It's not flush like the other fan. Like, what am I missing? And if that's when you're looking right there, you see, and I'm looking, and I can see that there's a little wire on the inside that's making the fan not flush against the back and the side of the other fan. So when it was like that, all the screws wouldn't line up. But you can't see it though. You can't see it, but I saw it, and it's a small wire. So I had to figure that out, like, what is going on? So anyway, these radiators or these fans, they don't cost that much. I know you guys probably familiar with that if you go to get a PC, or you may not be familiar, but me personally, I like to know how my stuff work. I'm just an idiot like that, OCD. I like to know how my stuff work. That way I can save a buck when I'm trying to fix something like this. So in the past, I probably would have purchased the fans, or I probably would have took the whole unit up there, and they probably would have charged me just to replace some old fans, like some fans something that I can do myself. So I did the research, and I'm like, dude, if it's a situation like that, I can do it. And that's when you see, when I got everything together, I got all the fans working. I got the rear fan, exhaust fan working. I got the fan that's up to the top. Everything is working. So once I found out that everything was working, I had everything plugged in right, I had all my stuff right, so now it was just putting everything back together. Now at the beginning, when you saw me taking those little trays out, I was taking the trays out because I was like, man, I'm gonna put these fans at the bottom. Only problem was I couldn't get them in there, so the screws are smaller at the bottom than the screws on the other fans on the top and the back. So I think I may have to drill like a couple of more holes, nothing serious. I can do that so easy, so I can get the screws inside, and then I can just put the fans there, and then boom, no problem. I probably have to take the power source out, but that's cool. I can just snatch that out the back. I did earlier, but you don't see it in the video because I took that out. I had to snatch the power supply out and try to get a fan in. When I got the fan in, I realized the screws not big enough. So, I mean, they're too big. Actually, the hole is not big enough, so I got to widen the hole. So I don't have the tools to do that. I'll do that later on. But anyway, now you see me putting everything back together. In the back, you see the manual for the motherboard, because the RGB has to plug into something to get the power supply. So I was trying to figure out where does it plug in at? And this is results, man. This is it. Got everything put back together. I got everything lined up. Everything is rolling. I got the fans rolling. I got everything, the colors, and yeah, it's blinging out. You can change the colors and all that, so it's cool. And this is not nothing new, right? Everybody that has a gaming system got RGB fans and all this. I was excited because I did it myself, and I was very proud of the fact that I was able to do it myself. And I've tested it. I'm running it. All the fans work. My temperatures drop. Everything looks good. It's solid. It actually looks better. Even though I wasn't going for a look, I was going for a performance because I needed it to breathe. But then when I finished, I was like, man, this is cool. Took pictures of it, posted it, and everything just looks good. It looks clean. I got another wire that's linked over there to the side that I don't need, but I installed it anyway just in case I need to install more fans, so I can plug the fans into that. It's like an auxiliary cable or something like that. And this is results, man. This is it. Got the hinges open, everything open. It was fun. It was fun, and this is how it looks, man, and I'm excited about it. So whole new PC upgrade, a new case, 6 fans setup. And at the bottom, you can look right there. I'm going to install, at that empty space that's at the bottom, I'm probably going to put 2 or 3 more fans. And that's a wrap, man. Enjoy y'all day. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. This nice little project that I had myself, and I felt kind of good about it. It's your boy Beast. Enjoy y'all day. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. Dislike. I'm gone.